I actually had filed for the appeal. My appeal was granted, and I just lost my appeal.
Hi, Allie. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Do you have a question to ask or a story to tell?
Actually, it's a little bit of both. I've actually talked to Mr. Davis quite a few times over the last almost 2 years now. My son was detained back in August 1st of 2019. He just turned 4 this May. And I actually had filed for the appeal. My appeal was granted, and I just lost my appeal. In the appeal, it was stated by the appellate counsel pretty much in short terms that because my lawyer hadn't submitted the evidence that was needed, they couldn't look at it in a certain light pertaining to, like, me. And because of a situation on a mathematical problem, honestly, of how many days in the week there are. My mother said I stayed part-time at my daughter's father's house, and I said I stayed from Friday afternoon to Sunday evening because it was school time. And they said that I was not found reliable because of that statement. And that also the appellate court said they couldn't take into what I was saying into consideration. They could have had the trial court found me credible, is what they said in the appeal. I have gone over everything inside and out. And the original detention report, the father is named solely as the 300G claim. On the 300B claim, the only thing that they even can state that would be a reason to hold my son against me was it said I failed to take reasonable steps to protect my son from the actions of his father. And I had failed to engage in an assessment to have my son returned to my care. Now, I still, almost 2 years later, am at a loss of why my son wasn't turned directly over to me. And I know there's a whole thing about the 361.2 where parents are supposed to get the rights and custody and care of their children immediately. When something like this happens, when the other parent is taken into custody, goes to jail. And I wasn't granted that right. I also wasn't granted my Marsden hearing. I was denied that as well.
Hey, Allie, can I interrupt you? I believe,
yes.
Do you have the radio on in the background?
Oh, I think I have my Facebook on, sorry. Okay, sorry, is that better?
Yes, thank you.
Oh, sorry. I've been trying to get a new lawyer from the very beginning, and I'm actually sitting in a pool of paperwork right now from my appellate lawyers that he sent me. And everything has happened because of ineffective assistance of counsel. And from about 2 months in, from my Marsden hearing, I was denied, and the judge actually said he didn't feel that my lawyer was incompetent because he personally recommended her for my case. And I've lost everything because of her. And now my next hearing is coming up in a month and a half, and I'm looking at having my parental rights terminated because of this department. They have flip-flopped and said it's because of a positive drug testing, which I was one of many people in this county that were victims of a drug testing facility that was forging documentation, that was leaving out documents, and this court was just following right in suit with it. They kept my son at a jurisdiction hearing and said, if your numbers come down, we'll let him go home with you today. At that hearing, they said, and everybody was unanimous in the courtroom, the judge included, said, no, your numbers haven't come down. Your son isn't going home with you. I didn't know what I was looking for at the time, and it took me another 4 or 5 months to realize that those papers were never even in my record. those papers were part of this fraudulent drug testing facility that was actually put out in an ACL, an all counties letter, back between October and December of 2019, saying they were shutting it down, and for that exact reason. And I believe my son is part of one of those like kids for cash type things. From day one, we were told by a person at the department that my son is adoptable. And everybody that's been through this knows exactly what that means. I mean, he's a beautiful little boy. And I still have in my sole custody his 6-year-old sister that's 18 months apart from him. And there was no warrant. There was nothing. He was taken into custody on August 1st, which was a Thursday. He was immediately put into a foster home that day. No warrant, no nothing. It was like, go straight to jail, do not pass go type deal. And I can't get out from under this county. Everybody I've talked to, including my appellate lawyer, has said we do not want to mess with this county because it's one of the counties that's like a little boys. Literally, they make and write their own amendments to the laws here. And if you're not part of the in crowd, you're done.
Allie, and was your other child removed at all?
No, she's here. And every day she asks me for her brother. Every day.
And can I just repeat the reason that you said earlier? Because you failed to protect against the father. Is that correct?
I'm sorry, what was that?
I was repeating the initial allegation of the reason that he was removed.
I think she has something playing in the background.
He was removed actually when he was at his father's house.
Allie, there's still something. I apologize. There's still other sounds in the background.
Oh, sorry. I was just, honey, you gotta be a little quiet, okay? I'm sorry. I love you. It was my daughter outside the door.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. Okay, thank you, honey. You can clean it up.
So, your son was taken because you failed to protect against the father, correct?
Yeah, because I guess I was supposed to know that he wasn't taking bipolar medication, which I didn't. And I guess I was supposed to be like a fortune teller and see that he was going to get drunk and do an idiotic move and commit a felony going through town. I mean, I had no idea of this. We talked maybe 2 hours a week. We had a very good parenting relationship. That's as far as it went.
Allie, is this the same father for the daughter as well?
No.
Okay. Vince, what do you think?
Hey, Holly.
Yes, hi.
When is your next court date?
I believe it's towards the end of December. Every time the last 3 weeks, they've changed it.
Holly, do you know what type of hearing it is?
Yeah, it's a 36626.
Okay, so they're going to try to terminate your rights at that time, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so you have to talk to your lawyer. You have to file a 388 petition or two.
I've asked her for that since 2 months in when I found out about a 388, and she denied me then, too.
Who's she?
My lawyer, and that's why I asked for a Marsden hearing, and the judge wouldn't release her from my case.
Okay. Well, do me a favor. Call me tomorrow and make an appointment to talk to me during the week. And maybe I can...
I'm willing to even do a paid consultation with you. I mean, anything.
Okay, Allie, call tomorrow, 888-888-6582, and we'll talk more about your case. Because if you have one child in your care and the other child is in a foster home, that doesn't make sense to me. Okay?
I know, and tell him, baby. Yeah.
Okay, Allie, we'll be talking to you soon, all right?
We have to take a break.
Oh, we got to take a break?
Yes.
All right, we'll be back with more questions and more stories.